When crafting a retirement plan, everybody wants to start with their assets. How much do I have in the 401k, this IRA, this brokerage account, savings account? They want to start with assets. I'm sorry, but that's the wrong place to start. It's all about expenses. If you have 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, $500,000, that means nothing without knowing your expenses. Okay. So once you get to that epiphany that it all starts with expenses, start asking questions around how do you get more detailed with expenses. Then when you go to most software packages, and I evaluate a lot of them, they'll come in and they'll say, hey, what are your expenses for the month? Well, per month. And you'll put in $5,000. Some of them ask for one-time expenses, but most of them just say put in 5,000, then put in what your assets are, and then they don't say anything about taxes, and we just go on down the road. But all that work on coming up with an expense number is critical. It's critical. And to reduce it to one number, how many of you, let me know in the comments, spend the exact same amount of money every single month every single year for 30 straight years? Nobody spends like that. So putting together a retirement plan that looks like that is doomed from the beginning. It's doomed from the very, very start. I don't care if you're spending 3,000 a month or 10,000 a month. You cannot just have some high level number. What I tend to see in people is they'll say, hey, my base spending, is like, say, $4,000 a month. And then they'll just up that to $6,000 a month and then do all their projections from that. And that can keep you working too long. So why don't we just get a little more accurate around expenses? Okay. Let me show you how to do that. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. Let me share you how I do this. Okay. You can do it however you want. Okay. You can just come up with one number. I'm going to share how I do this. So this is the BOLDIN software. It's over here on my other screen. That's why I'm looking this way. This is the BOLDIN software. And this is a dummy account they give me because they know I share this. And they are an affiliate of mine. I've been using BOLDIN New Retirement for 5 years now. I pay for that myself. And I now have an affiliate relationship with them, and I'm proud to promote them. But let's, this person, just some basic background. I guess I got 1.1 million in assets, but this is not an asset video. You can, well, I'll cover it basically. They got some in an IRA, some in a brokerage account, some in a high yield savings account. That doesn't matter. I want to talk about expenses. This is where BOLDIN does a great job, and I haven't found their peer in this area. So let's look at under expenses. It's got reoccurring expenses, also one-time expenses, medical expenses, 65 through longevity on medical, and then long-term care. We're just going to focus on the top, reoccurring expenses. So we're going to hit that caret down. So you got living expenses. This is, notice the date here. It says January 2024 through lifetime. So $4,000 a month is the base. This is the light bill. This is the water bill. This is all those just food, all those standard things, $4,000 a month. Okay, this is option one to do it this way. $4,000 a month. I also added go-go spending, okay, from current date through age 75. See 75 popped up there, a little pop-up there, 75. We're going to spend an extra $1,500 a month on go-go spending, just travel and fun stuff we want to do. Unplanned expenses, I got $400 a month in there, and that's through lifetime. But go-go spending, it stops at 75, but slow-go spending goes from, well, looks like a it goes for 5 years from 80 to 85, 750. So cutting the go-go spending in half. So let's say, for an example, well, let's say this is one way of doing it. Basic budgeter. You just put in the $4,000 a month. You can go to their detailed budgeter, just this little tab right here. You hit detailed. Let me select it again. Basic budget, detailed. Detailed. Okay, set up detailed budgeter. Okay, sorry. Home relate. This just helps spoon feeds you. Some people like this. This is not the way I do it, but some people like this. Utilities, auto expense, food and dining, personal care, travel and entertainment. You go just whatever detail you want. Okay, so you can go through the detailed budgeter if you want, or you can do what I do is the basic budgeter. So I got a question the other day which prompted this video, and this is just what's super cool about BOLDIN software. Is say, for example, I'm going to buy a car and I'm going to finance that car. Okay, so I'm going to add it, but it's in the future. So I'm not going to have enough. So I'm going to say replacement car, and it's finance. And just for fun, let's just say it's $600 a month, $600 a month. And what's the start time? That's going to be whenever I'm 66 years old, and I'm going to finance that through when I'm 72, just for fun. You could pick anything, obviously, in here. Through 72, that's it. So you have a new expense for replacement car for this 6-year time period. You're going to be paying an additional $600 a month. That's actually the way humans spend money, like this. I also have, let's see, one-time expenses in here. So I got, remodel the kitchen. I'm wanting to do that. This is not mine, a W account. Forget I put new car in here because we're not, let's take out this new car. Replace the furnace, and then car number 2, let's just get rid of that too. But this is a way that you could just put in an expense that you're actually financing, and it shows up correctly in how you're spending money. Nobody spends a flat rate, and that's a big deal when you're talking about how much money is in your accounts, how much return. If you have to pull money out of an IRA, you don't earn 8% on that IRA money because you pulled it out. Well, um, trying to be accurate will help you retire as soon as possible, as soon as you're able to, and also be more accurate around your probability of success. So you can also go into this detailed budgeter, set up detailed budgeter, and I can go under here, auto and other daily transportation. I could just add an expense here, and I can type in right here, new car. I'm going to spend $600 a month. No, it's not tax deductible, and I can put the age in there. Exact same thing I just did. So there's 2 different ways to do this inside of BOLDIN. If your package that you've created, well, that you're buying, or that's free, does not allow you to break out expenses like this, um, uh, that's not good. If you're using your own homegrown Excel spreadsheet and all you're doing is putting in $4,000 a month, and then you're up in that, you know, for inflation, 3%, or you're using the 4% rule. Nobody spends money like that. This is why I love BOLDIN. Tracking expenses, getting very detailed around expenses so you know how the money is coming in and coming out year by year. Helps with taxes, rates of return. It is so big to having an accurate plan, getting your expenses right. That makes sense? It's Joe out.